Hey guys, okay, so today we are going to make some freezer meals. I have 4 different flavors from chicken to pork loin to meatballs. So the one I'm going to start with right now is Italian wedding soup, and you use a 12-ounce bag of frozen mini meatballs. So I am just going to use the entire bag and make 2. I figured that as long as I'm separating it out and buying the ingredients, might as well make 2. So then you're going to use a half of a head of Swiss chard, or a half of a bunch, or however you say it. So you're just going to add that into your bag. So there's half in that one. And then I'm going to throw half into this one, or the other half. Or you could just make it into, this is like a smaller serving. So this is going to serve about 2 to 4 people, maybe about 3-ish people. It's a soup, so you can make it go further. So you can make this all into one bag, but I'm halving it because, as you know, it's just me and Bella. So I'm always searching for smaller meals for smaller families, and you can't always find them. So I'm doing that for you. But again, if you have a larger family, just don't put it into 2 separate bags, or double it if you need to. I grew up in a large family. We would definitely have doubled this. And then I'm putting in a half of a cup of onion into each bag. I just diced up 1 cup. What else do we need to add? Half of a pound of carrots. So again, that's just half of a bag of carrots. Or if you are not a fan of carrots, do more or less depending on your preference. I'm doing just slightly less. I'm going to keep about a handful of carrots out. But that's just because Bella wants them in her lunch tomorrow. So I'm going to save a handful of those. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to add is a half of a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, or however you pronounce it. And then we need a half of a teaspoon of garlic powder and a half of a teaspoon of onion powder. So this is garlic powder. And onion powder. The Montreal seasoning. This is just the steak seasoning. And we're going to do a half of a teaspoon of this as well. Four teaspoons of chicken bouillon granules. And now this is optional. When I went to my freezer prep class, they said you can add this couscous. It's a 1/4 of a cup of couscous. And you can add this towards the end of it cooking. I never did it. I forgot about it. So I still have this. I might add it to one of these. But I did not purchase more. Just because it was fine without it. But I would like to try it with it. So this is all it is. And I just kind of give it a little bit of a mix. And then I will just throw this right into the freezer and then use this for, I don't know, the remainder of the month for easy meals. You guys are gonna freak when you see how simple these these recipes are. Okay, so for this, it's Cool Ranch chicken tacos. You shred the chicken once it's done. Again, it's a small portion. This is 1 chicken breast, and it will feed probably 2 to 4 people, again, depending on how much meat you put on your taco. We're gonna start with adding 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. There's 1, and I'm just gonna eyeball it for the half. 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Oh, and it spilled outside of it. Awesome. Nobody said I was good at pouring. And then a half of a bag of ranch, a half of a packet of ranch, not a bag. Perfect. And a half of a package of taco seasoning. Perfect. And that is it. Now you just clean up your mess. And again, I just kind of mix it all in to kind of coat it and throw it in my freezer. And then when I'm ready to have chicken tacos, I pull it out. The only thing that you'll want to make sure you have on hand are the tortillas. Somebody said you can freeze tortillas. Anybody ever done that and had it work out? Somebody said they do that and it works just fine. My friend. I don't know why I'm not believing her, but that's what she said. So anyway, or maybe it was my sister. I can't remember who told me. Somebody told me and I didn't believe them. Throw it in your crock pot until it is done. And we added lettuce and avocado to ours. Okay, so the last one I'm doing are my pork loin. Now I just had like a really long pork loin. I just divided it into thirds. For 2 of them, I'm going to make a cranberry one, and the last one I'm going to just do barbecue. Just like keep it simple. You're going to add a half of a can of cranberry. They put the label on back or upside down. A half of a can of cranberry sauce. 2 tablespoons of minced onions. 1, 2. And as you can tell, my measuring is not perfect and it's fine. I hope you can even see what I'm doing. So if you couldn't see before, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of minced onions. And then we're going to do the same thing with our honey. 2 tablespoons. And that is it for the cranberry pork roast. If you freeze it, you can freeze these up to 3 months. And then just remove it the night before you're going to be cooking them. Let them thaw out in your fridge. And then cook in your slow cooker. And I just cooked mine until the pork loin pretty much was just easily shredded. But then the last one I'm doing is so easy. I mean, if you have an leftover pork loin that you want to use for something, you can do this as a freezer meal or you can just prepare it right away. But all I'm adding is barbecue sauce. And this is homemade barbecue sauce. I bought it at a local store or a local restaurant. Big Rig's Barbecue or Big Rig Barbecue. It is like the greatest barbecue place. If you are looking for somewhere in Sioux Falls that you want to try them out. I'm just using his barbecue sauce, but you can use any barbecue sauce that you want. And there it is. Now I'm going to throw this in my freezer and these 2 in my freezer, and my meals are going to be so easy for the rest of the month. So if you try any of these out, let me know how they turned out. And if you liked them, or if you have some awesome freezer recipes you want me to give a go, send me the link either on Facebook, Pinterest, or here on YouTube. Anyways, good luck with your freezer meals. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share because everybody should know easy ways to save our lives. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great day. Bye.